Hello, most definitely welcome to another exciting edition of the program. This is the Counter Diary. Counter Diary, we are telling the untold stories of Liberia. My name is Emmanuel Kotu. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure to hit that subscription button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos on Liberia. And guess what? Today, I'm somewhere in northern Liberia, to be precise, in Lofa County, Zorzor, right? And behind me in the school you see there, that is the Gamata Community School here. And there is a history behind this school. I see a couple trying to make impact in the lives of the kids in Zorzor, in rural Liberia. And but before we go further, I want you to take a look at this.
My name is Suma Kalabawoye. I'm in the 3rd grade. When I grow up, I want to become a doctor. My name is Kubo Bawi Flomo. I am in the 2nd grade class. When I grow up, I want to be an engineer.
My name is Chutonuti Koluba. I am in the 2nd grade. When I grow up, I want to be a scientist.
Just then, Pal barked. He tugged on his leash and pulled Bradley toward the shop door. "It's closed," Pal Bradley said. "Mrs. Wong isn't here." Pal barked at a pile of snow outside the door. He climbed over the snow.
So now you heard the kids reading, you saw some of them are telling you what they want to be in the future. There is something exciting about this, right? These people would have done this in probably in Monrovia, but they decided to come to Zorzor Lofa County, where they are helping to impact lives. So let's get in there. Let's ask them. We're going to take a tour of the school, and then they're going to be telling us exactly what motivated them to be here. And then they're going to tell us their success stories and also their challenges. And then those of you watching, you can also be a help to making sure that this place continue to run and in fact provide quality education for children in rural Liberia. My name is Emmanuel Kotu. Keep watching. This is the Counter Diary. Woo! Clap for yourself. And I can't just believe they were singing the national anthem in Loma. Wow. Thank you so much. Okay guys, so as you heard from the intro, and you're already saying the kids telling you exactly what they want to be, but I told you we're going to get to Mrs. Gama. I hope I'm not going to get myself into trouble with the pronunciation of the name again. And she will introduce herself and tell us more about the school. Welcome again, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, I know I was having issue with the name. What is your full name, please?
My name is Mayede Kemegama.
All right, so let's talk about the Gamata Community School.
The Gamata Community School, I think this year has been 6 years since it was established. We didn't initially come to do a school, but after the building was completed, the government didn't take possession of the building. And then they started looting. They looted the whole building. The grass grew in it. And then we had a little talk of war where this school is a child-friendly school, and it is one of those schools that is just an elementary school. They wanted to make it a senior high school, wanted the high school students to come. And we we had to, it was a little tussle. But anyway, we got the school. The school is on our property. So, and this is an elementary school. And we also felt that the kids needed some place where they could be relaxed, they could learn, and give them the best that they would have. So this is a little part of the school.
So somebody will be asking you, from what I was reading from your background, you've been out there. Some other folks will say, you know what, let me just stay in my corner and relax myself, let me enjoy myself. But you decided to come as far as Zorzor. What motivated you to come to teach these kids?
Oh no, I was here first, and we used to do a little farm, but then it let's work, and it gets tough hiring people, and so we decided. So once we started doing the school, because we saw the need.
Okay.
Our educational system is so broken. Somehow our people believe that the most ill-prepared teachers should be at the bottom.
Right.
And really, the best teachers should be at the bottom. I did education, I did special needs education, so I've done a lot. But my place is at the bottom because it's like if you're building a house. You don't find the weakest material put in the bottom. You get the strongest material for the bottom because that's the foundation. And so I sit at the bottom. Other people cannot understand why.
Right.
This is our reading room where we collect things, and most of the things here, we bought very few. They are gifts from our friends in other places. I mean, when we came home, I came because I wanted to teach. Teaching is that's what I like to do.
Okay.
I can teach all day. I don't get tired.
So that's good.
So we at the school, we do reading, we do math, we do science, social studies. Sometimes when we have game times, we have puzzles, we have Scrabble, we do chess. The children run around, they play, we sing, and we try to engage the whole child. We do hygiene, we cut nails, we comb hair, we do all.
That is a lot to do here. And what is the response like for some of those kids? I mean, I'm from here. I started my childhood education in Lofa as a kid. I understand sometimes people have to take their children, go to the farm, and sometimes after teaching them, because I was interacting with your kids and the addiction. I don't think when I was at that age I could speak English like that. The pronunciation when they were reading is so amazing. That's why I said, no, I have to change the format of what I'm doing here today to feature you on this particular program as well. So what is the response from the community?
It could be better, but it's not the best. Only a few brave parents. People don't like things that are different. I will tell you, you've been here, except that you're in here. People on the street, you hardly hear the children, and they want to know if that's a school, if this school is actually operating. So apparently, the definition for schools in Liberia is supposed to be noisy. But we're doing so many things here, and the children are so engaged, it's no time for noise. Because I say, I need to hear myself. We work here, we read, like we play Scrabble, and when we play Scrabble, we don't count schools. We may say minimum 4 letters.
Someone will ask, what is the essence of the Scrabble? How does it help the kids?
Well, the Scrabble helps them because the words, they discover new words. And we always, like for example, when I play, they read the words that I play. Then I tell them about the words. So in a way, we're building the vocabulary, but also they're learning how to use these words. And if a child doesn't know a word, we challenge it. But the challenge, we don't penalize them, because if you take school, then they become conservative, they want to win.
Okay.
But I'm using the Scrabble as a tool.
So they feel like they are playing, but at the same time learning.
Yes, they know they're playing. They don't realize they are learning.
That's a good. I think most of the school need to adopt this system here.
Yeah.
And what about the curriculum? I mean, what age range are you dealing with here?
Okay, Ministry of Education says by 6 years old, because this is an age appropriate, 6 years old should be in first grade. So if this is an elementary school, and if a child came at 6 years old and is ready for first grade, by 11, they should be finished elementary school. They'll go to middle school, which should be a 7, 8 grade. 9 to 12 will be high school, junior high. This. Okay, so, but when we get the children, they're not ready. I have some children that we're teaching them the alphabets, and they're 6 years old. But then the Ministry of Education says that you should assess the children, but you should maintain them, keep them. And so I told the DEO, I said, I hear, can you give me a teacher? Because we have a MOU with the Ministry of Education, and it's supposed to provide teachers for us, because this is a government school. But they sometimes find it difficult doing that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what would you say would be some of your success stories? Because I heard you talking about these kids, some of them you teaching them even the alphabet, but from the way they are reading to me, what do you tell about the success story?
All of those children that were reading to you, we had to teach them to read. We had to teach them to write.
Wow.
From just basic handwriting, counting. They are first graders, but they're remedial first graders. So we call them pre-first A, pre-first B. Now, one of the students that read for us, Sotako and Chotonu was there. When they came, they could not read. I had 1 year with them.
Wow.
And they went from pre-first. So Sotako, he did so well. So I pushed him to his actual class. That's why he's in second grade. So he didn't stay first grade in our class. I just pushed him to second grade. Because this age appropriate, but he will be able to do the work. There were 3 of them that I pushed forward. And they, for example, they read every day.
So they come here to read every day. Yeah. Okay, folks, so we stay here at the Gamata Community School in Zorzor Lofa County. I must say this is more like, there are a lot of people who have graduated from teaching institutions or colleges around. They don't even want to come here. But Mrs. Gama, and I mean, I don't know what motivates her, how she goes about to get the energy to teach in this kind of community. But what have been some of the challenges that you face in this particular area?
Well, if the government will give us the teachers, that's covered under the memorandum of understanding, will be okay. It will help. Because you see, it's a small school. We don't want these classes large like the government classes. 15 per class maximum. Or if we would do 30 in a class, then we should have 2 teachers. Because you need to meet every child's need. For example, this morning, I had 8 children. Right from the beginning, I saw that I had to divide them. 4 of them needed to learn the alphabets, because you learn the alphabets and I teach you the sounds. We haven't talked about writing, because they can't write. Or when they write, you can't read it. Or sometimes it's so tiny, you can't see it. So I sent one group off with some cards to my teaching assistant to work with them. Then I kept the other 4, and then I discovered one of them, he didn't know his alphabet, so I asked him to join the other kid. So now these children were starting to read, and they started to read their first words today. We had the family act, and then but they also must learn the sounds. And they could not believe that they were actually starting to read. But it's just another challenge. Everything we bring here gets stolen.
Wow. You don't have security?
No. We have to, our friends and families and from Mr. Kemagama, we have to pay the teachers. This place is in fence. We had our solar. One morning we came out, the battery's gone, the inverter gone, the charge controller gone. They set us back, and they will only do this because they don't believe it's for them, even though we didn't choose this spot to build a school. We didn't know. They asked for land, and the family gave them land to build a school. But when we took the school over, and I said they had looted the school, they pulled every wire. You see the electrical sockets up there, receptacles? Mm-hmm. Electricity was in the school. They pulled all the wires, they stole the pump. They actually dug the cabo out. Wow. The caboose. So everything you see, we've been replenishing it. We've been putting them back because the children are not responsible. The children are entitled to have the best. Our kids are not stupid. They are bright, but they need the nurturing to bring that beautiful expression and thinking to them.
With this kind of experience, you trying to, change lives. You trying to build the foundation. And when you come, you go to bed overnight, you see all of these things. Have you had that thought of let me just quit?
Quitting is not an option. Quitting is not an option. What we can do, we try to get them to understand that when these children have developed and they are grown, only they will enjoy. Because these children will come back. These children will bring whatever they have learned back. For example, we insist that students' first name be Liberian names.
Okay, why?
Not American names. My name is Maida. Maida is a Bassa name. It ties me to the Bassa people. Nobody cares plenty about the last name. But as soon as I say my name is Maida Kemagama, they know Maida, I'm a Bassa woman. Kemagama is Loma. Mr. Kemagama is the Loma person. I am Bassa. Emmanuel Koto. Go check the Bible and look for the internet and look for Emmanuel. You will find white man.
Sure.
But then also the way they describe the real name, that your country name, it's a dirty word. Just because your name is Fatu, okay. that's dirt, that's your country name. No, that is your name because it is that name that ties you to your people.
It's a great one there. So I always seen the reading room. What other room do you have on the other side?
Okay, we put in this entrance to connect the two rooms. And this is our game room. Okay. We also do Loma here. The children sit on the floor and the Loma teacher here. So they're trying to teach them conversational Loma. Because some of them, their grandparents do not read. Okay. They're not literate. Educated, but not literate. And they would teach them and talk to them. So if you went to the farm and you wanted to use the bathroom, or you wanted to drink, and your grandmother doesn't speak English, what you would do?
And I must say this to you guys, man. This is the first school that I know of in Liberia that is doing this. Yeah, I mean, I've traveled to 15 counties on this program, the county that showcasing. I've not seen a school where you go to Grand Bassa and they say they're teaching the children, not just, the 6 year, 5 year, 8 years, and you're teaching them their language. I haven't seen that.
These children know how to sing the national anthem in Loma.
Wow.
And I'm trying to see if I can find if they have the Pledge of Allegiance in Loma.
Wow.
Because part of the diction, part of teaching them, like for example, the new students, we don't go out to do the Pledge of Allegiance. We stay in the class and we are learning the Pledge of Allegiance. It's not that I like the Pledge of Allegiance so much, but I'm doing it because I'm working on a phonemic awareness, because English you hear, and I want to hear those end letters. Because Liberians are good for gobbling up the end letters. Dog.
It's true. I'm a victim of that.
Flag.
I'm a victim of that.
And the Pledge of Allegiance is a difficult one.
Oh, okay.
Justice and all of that. So this is where sometimes we come here, we read them stories.
Okay.
But we also will use this for our computer room.
Okay.
We have some tablets. Our challenge is charging.
Okay.
And until I can build a metal cage to store them in, I'm afraid to leave them here.
No, you can't leave it because they already started taking the
Okay, they took those, we replace, yes.
So let's talk about the classroom. Let's check the classroom.
Let's go to my classroom.
Okay. And then we'll talk about the arrangement.
Okay.
What is the motivation behind the arrangement? And you see the kids out there playing. It's lunchtime, right?
Yeah, it's lunchtime. They've had lunch in here.
Okay.
This is my classroom. I am the reading teacher.
Okay.
So, because the reading is extensive.
Okay.
The younger one will do phonemic awareness, then they do phonics, then they do analysis of words. It has so many parts, but we focus on fluency. Sometimes you hear some people reading, it's like they're counting words. Okay? And so they practice and we practice. Now, I use that bean bag, that table that looks like a kidney bean. So I sit in, and when I'm ready for a small group,
they come in.
They come in and they use the stools.
Okay.
After we've done the work, then they come back and they use the chairs.
Can you have me to drink?
May I have some water to drink, please?
May I have some water to drink, please?
Okay, Tamakama. 1 minute.
So
Please buy a cup, and then I will pour the water for you.
So this is just so amazing.
Okay. High five. Oh, they were nice for me. Done. Finish.